All right, rapid fire round. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Favorite hidden gem here in Buenos Aires?
Favorite hidden gem in Buenos Aires? I'm probably thinking of my favorite pizzeria, which you can get into a lot of arguments about favorite pizza in this great pizza town. But for me, it's El Cuartito. El Cuartito, hey! I didn't know that in advance. It's about a block off of Santa Fe on Talcahuano Street, and it's an old institution, been there since the 30s, and the pizza is good, if not great, but the environment and the ambiance is just tremendous. You can't get more porteño than Pizzeria El Cuartito, and Anthony Bourdain agrees with me.
Yes.
You can look it up.
And Francis Ford Coppola.
Francis
Ford Coppola. He likes it.
Them too. What do you know? We're in good company.
Who's more important?
All right, biggest gripe about BA, if any?
Biggest gripe about BA. No snow, no black people, and no good Mexican food. That's three. I hope you'll allow it.
All right, mate or cafe?
When I'm in the campo, mate, definitely. When I'm in Capital, good espresso from some tiny cafe on a back street, someplace where you sit around with old men.
Empanadas or choripan?
Well, I resisted empanadas for a long time. Choripanes are just tremendous. Everybody loves them, especially if you buy them off of some illegal street cart. That is like the best one, or a roadside stand. But after a couple years, you know, I warmed up to empanadas, and now they are my backstop for whenever I get bored and don't know what to eat. I order empanadas.
Favorite cut of meat?
Oh, wow. Probably asado en tiro, where it's very strange for Americans, beef ribs, but instead of giving you a big long rib, they cut them the other way, so you get this big ribbon of meat bone, meat bone, meat bone, meat bone. I don't know if you can imagine that or not, but it's not the most tender cut of meat, but it's got a tremendous amount of flavor, which is, in flavor is what I think Argentine beef's all about.
Perfect. So that's the end of the rapid fire.
That's
I guess all in all, how do you feel? Do you feel like you're a townie here? Do you feel like a local? After being here as long as you are?
Well, you know, I think the dictionary definition of expat or expatriate is somebody that has at least the intent to go home someday. That I didn't come to Argentina to go back. I came to Argentina to stay. So I've always used the word immigrant to describe myself. But that's a word that we Yanquis, we're really not comfortable with calling ourselves immigrants. We conjure up all sorts of black and white photos of guys in funky hats and shabby clothes dragging a trunk off of a ship, you know. But I'm comfortable with the word immigrant, and every year I stay here, I become more of an Argentine patriot and a true lover of this great country that accepted me and gave me my new home.
Any living advice for people that want to move here, or business advice?
Well, when I first visited here in 2000, this place was linked one-to-one with the dollar, and I still fell in love with it. But you know, no matter how much money I made back in Chicago, I could never afford to live here. This place made Michigan Avenue look cheap. So you know, I fell in love with this place before it was on sale. I think a lot of expats came down here after the crisis in 2001, 2002, where the peso disconnected from the dollar, and suddenly Buenos Aires was 75% on sale. And you know, if you're coming down here like so many other people did, because this place is cheap, well, it's still very affordable. It's famous for it, but it's not as cheap as it used to be, and it's not a good reason to come down here because Buenos Aires in Argentina is affordable. I think you need to come down here because you know something about it, or you want to discover something about it, and that you love it. Because the affordability of it is not going to sustain you for more than a few months, and you know, after that, you're probably going to be looking to move on someplace else. But if you love this place, you'll stay and you'll like it.
Perfect. Any other final thoughts, advice, shout outs?
Hey, just hello to all my old friends here and all the new arrivals, and welcome welcome to the Tourist to Townie block.
Excellent. Thanks so much. Thanks for having me, Mike.
Na zdrowie.
Cheers, salud, y gracias por todo.